Hi all. Right, back to try and get RAF finished off. I'm still waiting on enemy action Kharkov arriving, but it surely should be quite soon, within the next week or maybe. Well, I'm hopeful within the week. But anyway, really want to set it up on this table, so I've still got this here. So I'm gonna try and push myself this week to try and get this finished, because I don't want to leave it like that just now. I want to finish it. Okay, so let's just get moving. Now there was one mistake. Jim, I think it was, that picked up, which I've done once before. I read the wrong event. Where are we? Yeah, it was this card. So I read that. I read the approach event when it should have been the target event. I've done this once before, and I thought, right, I shouldn't make that mistake again. But I don't know, just need to spend that wee bit extra time just making sure you're on the right part of the event. You know, they're clearly marked. One's in a black line and one's in a yellow line. But anyway, so I read squadrons patrol elsewhere instead of non-essential target. Fortunately, it's an easy fix. The squadrons part doesn't matter because they've all been reset. It was the last raid of the day. However, the actual event, it should have been the non-essential target, would have reduced my bomb damage by 1. So I did 2 bomb damage. There was no excess damage done by anything else or anything like that. So the effect is I only done 1 damage. So I'm going to reduce my victory points down to -6 from -7. And that should keep things up to date. Thanks for bringing that up, Jim. Yeah, I'll try my heart. That's twice I've done it now, like I say. So right, let's push on a bit, because I've not got that much time at the moment actually, but as it turns out. So anyway, let's keep going. So German night raid planning. Now that's determined on the priority of cities and industry, isn't it? So we have, I think something went low and something went high, did they not? Yeah, cities are low and industry actually moved to high. So what does that do? Cities are low. Better look there. Cities are low, industry is high. Well, it's better that way than the other way, I tell you that. City high, it's quite high numbers. So city low, industry high, it's 4 to 8. So I've got to bring at least 4 bombers, and I can go up to 8. Now, I need to check the bombing chart there. It's there, bombing table, just to see what. So it goes. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at that wrong. Yeah, number of night raiding, group and bombing. And I'll just zoom out a bit and look at you, just show you what I'm looking at here. Yeah, this table here, night raid bombing table. So that's the amount of grouping that you've got in your raid to determine what your dice roll ends up being. So it's 4 to 6, so there's no point me taking 6 bombers when I could just take 4. And unless I want to push it into the 7 to 8, you know, I push it up to 7 to get into that column, which might be worthwhile actually. And I'm right in thinking we did gain some bombers, didn't we? We got 3 reinforcements, I think. So it's either 4 or 7 I choose. 7 is a lot though, isn't it? But again, after finding out after my first blunder, it doesn't have to be the bombers don't have to be the good bombers. They can be the worst of the bunch, because it only counts the amount, how many there is. 7's a lot. I think we took 7 the last time, mind you, and we were comfortable. We lost one extra bomber. I think one of our Ju-87s didn't come back. That's all we've got. We've no other units in the light loss box, just the Ju-87s. There's, however, 6 of them. Okay, right, I think I'll get the 7. Let me have a wee think and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, decided to go with 7 because I still have the event that lets me use Luftwaffe 3 as well as Luftwaffe, you know, when I'm doing Luftwaffe 2 raids. So these are from Luftwaffe 2 Dornier 17s, so there's 7 of them up there. Okay. Right, that's the first card dealt with. Right, strategy draw. Again, that card's wrong, so but it should be straightforward. We've got -6 victory points, so we're getting three strategy cards. So yeah, let's see what we get. Okay, we have secondary target, high speed raid, major raid coordination. Right, I think we've seen all these before, haven't we? We can pick a secondary target, obviously that first one. That's the one that consists only of ME-110s. You get a bonus. And major raid coordination, maximum raid size for this raid is 16 grouping. Either target card, it's only eligible for a minor raid. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So you can pick a minor raid and go to town with that one, yeah. Okay, that's cool. Right, I'll move them out of the way just now. Right, so raid target selection, draw 10 targets. Morning haze is not in effect. And find out if they're major, minor, or if they're not applicable raids. Okay, drawing the 10 cards, let's see what we get. 1, 2, there's the first 3. What we got? Right, what we're looking at, airfield. Right, airfield strategic value 1. Airfields are medium, so but strategic value 1 is still not a raid, so that's no. Airfield strategic value 2 is a minor raid. And industry, well that's high, so strategic value 1 only is a minor raid. Asterisks, if Luftwaffe depleted, major raid. Well no, we're not depleted, we're 1 on the depletion track, but not up to level 1, so I don't think that counts. So that's just a minor as well, isn't it? Not the greatest start then. Industry strategic value 3, well that's a major. Airfield strategic value 1 is no raid again. And a radar net strategic value 1 is, no, they're low priority, so that's no raid as well. So we've got 1 major and 2 minors up to now. Duxford airfield is strategic value 2, which is minor. Southampton port is medium, strategic value 2 though, is minor. Ugh. Hornchurch strategic value 3 airfield, that's major. So that's another major. And then the last card, hoping it's a major. Airfield strategic value 3, yeah, that's okay. Well, the last 2 kind of saved us. So we've got 3 majors and 4 minors. However, we do have that major raid coordination, so we should be able to turn one of them in. Right, I'm going to have a look and see what I think. Okay, again, not terribly sure what I'm trying to do. I'm going to go with the 5 raids. It seemed to go well the last time. So just a couple of minor raids I left out. I did wonder about chucking a sixth one in, but this one at Southampton Port, but no, I think I'll just stick with this. The problem being is this is a minor raid. This is the one I've chose the secondary target, trying to target the radar net. Now I did wonder about it, didn't look up the rules, but I'm pretty sure I can add more than one strategy card. Thought about maybe I should have put the major raid coordination onto that, so that it's a major raid rather than a minor, and then we can batter that radar net maybe. Because these next 3 raids all have radar net 6. Maybe I should do that. However, it means this is where I put the major raid coordination on Biggin Hill. It means that'll be a minor raid. Let me just double check. I can do that now. Yeah, 15.11 says you may assign more than one strategy card to a single target card. So should I do that then? This means it gives us a better chance to knock out that radar net, and then these 3 raids will be 1 radar net short, you know? Yeah, I think I might do that. Yeah, let's give that a try. So this was a minor raid, but we're turning it into a major raid, and also the secondary target at 4 nest radar net 6. And if we run this first, hopefully we can take some of the squadrons away maybe. And then Hornchurch Airfield, and this is where we've got the high speed raid, so that's going to have to be the ME-110s. And then finishing with a minor, it's going to be a minor raid at Biggin Hill. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Okay, so got all our raids sorted. Now let's sign our bombers. So minor raid's 3, but we've only got 1 because we're turning that into a major raid. And that also allows us 16, that major raid, doesn't it? However, we've got 5 raids. So our other raids will be 14, but I think the major raid one, we can still have 16. So no morning haze. We've got to remember our high command requirements, Jabos. Oh, I've not used them. I'm going to start now, I don't think. So high command is the Stukas, isn't it? The JU-87s we need. And then the coastal escort minimum. Yeah. Don't think there's anything else I need to watch for yet. I know we're now into September the 7th, so I know September 8th's a date that comes into things, so but that won't kick in until the end of the day, so we'll see what happens then. Right, I'll go and sort out my bombers, and then well, the card after that's going to be this, so sort out our fighters as well. And because we've only got 2 time segments again, we're going to put all our fighters out as well. So I might as well do both of them in a winner. Now, I removed, there was 1 card that I'd drawn, it's a minor raid, that had no ME-109s, but I discarded that one. So we've got access to all our ME-109s as well. So, yeah, so I'll just go and set up all the bombers and all the fighters ready. Okay, I think I'm sorted. It's still quite tricky when you use up all the fighters, but I suppose you're putting them all out in a winner, aren't you? Well, first of all, this is where my JU-87s are going to go on the minor raid again. Done that the last couple of times. I think it worked. I think we got, that was the last raid in fact, so that'll be the same. And we got, well, I thought we got 2 hits. Ended up with that mistake, which was only 1 hit. So that's all the ME-110s. I think I had 8. I think I had to reduce it to 7 just to get an extra fighter for here. There's only 13 grouping in this raid, and we could have 14. There's 16 in this. This is the bigger one, and there's 16 in that. Comprised mainly of fighters. Hopefully, try to take out some of the squadrons that come along. Yeah. That's it. I mean, that's me used up all my fighters again. There's still quite a few bombers, but obviously we're just doing the 5 raids again. But yeah, tricky to spread out. Well, the major part which I found out with this is no squadrons will get to come back. You know, there'll be no clock. Well, sorry, there is a clock move there, so that's not. Yeah, it's not technically true. Some of them could come back, couldn't they? But it worked out well the last time, didn't it? Okay, I'm going to go with that anyway. And it might be terrible, but I just want to get things moving. So that was our bomber assignment and our German fighter assignment. So next, night patrol assignment. Rowing the British night patrol table. Let's see how many Blenheims come along, isn't it? Right, hang on. Okay, let's roll the dice. We've got a 3. So, and we are between August 26th and September 15th, so a 3 is 3. So 3 of them going to come along. And we pick the one from 611, then 312, then 110. So 611 is here, so he goes in his night patrol box. 312 is, that's the one that's up here, yeah, here. And 110 is, where's that? That's down here. 110. Right, so that's the 3 Blenheims that are going up against her. I think we only had 1 the last time, didn't we? But it's all 3 against her. What, 7? Should be alright. Right, next card. Bomb damage repair from the previous day, but again, we've not. I'm hopeful we'll get some. We're going to hit that radar net this day. So nothing doing there. And now to roll for the weather, which is quite important, isn't it? So we had patchy in 3 and clear in 2 the last time, so kind of a low dice roll here. And we've got the 6. So it's broken and we fought 2. That could be terrible, couldn't it? I mean, I know it has its benefits as well, and it's partly cloudy and we fought 3. Oh well, that's what it is. And that's us getting ready to select our raids, right? I'm going to have to take a pause there for now, but I won't just end the video here. I'll just attach the next bit on and hopefully get to that a wee bit later. Okay, cheers. Hi all. Right, back with RAF. Keep moving, Grant, keep moving. So let's get our first raid of the day down. Okay, so our first target is the industry at Southampton. And we fought 3, so we fought 3 units for this raid. ME109s are good. Like I said, they're all good for ME109s, all the raids. So yeah, so industry is our target. And there's a raid. Let's see, I found I prefer starting with more fighters than bombers in the first raid, because you're probably going to get a bigger response, but whether there's anything to take from that or not. So we've only got 4 bombers, so we need 2 channel patrol. We also need 2 in the coast escort because our high command raid requirements. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, let's keep moving. Right, British detection, roll a die, apply modifiers. Right, we want this low. And a 5. Very few times I think I've started with a good die roll in the very first raid, and I think that can have a bad effect. However, maybe I did yet the previous raid day, because I've done pretty well the last raid day, didn't I? In fact, the last 2 have been not bad, if I'm right. Well, certainly it was the last one anyway. It's been that long since I've been dragging this out a bit, obviously. So, okay. So well, let's have a look. I forgot the first thing we're checking for is the OCV value, which is here. Now, yeah, we've got patchy in Lufot 3 and broken clouds in Lufot 2. This is Lufot 3, so I think it's the third. No, patchy will be the middle one, is it? Clear, patchy, broken. Yeah, so middle one is a 2. So what did we have there? We had a 5, so that's up to a 7. And 2 radar nets, and R4 up to 11. And then, of course, we've got 14 grouping, haven't we? 14 grouping, so that's another +5, so it's 16. 16 is pretty bad, yeah. Though it's very early and limited, which brings on a bit of a race. This was a limited part of it. It's alright, but anything early or very early is not good. Okay, so Spitfire is going to go in the cup, so I might as well chuck him in now. Okay, move on. Raid rendezvous, right, there's nothing to stop us checking the raid rendezvous here, so we're going to do that. Rolled a 2, that might be good. 3 raids were planned for this current time segment. No, 2 raids are planned. And I've also got to remember that if that comes up on the next raid, it's only counted as 2 because of that strategy card, I think. Oh, hang on, we moved that, didn't we? Well, you know what? That doesn't trigger anyway. There's not 3 raids, there's only 2. And it might be that, I can't remember, what have we got? Major raid and secondary target. Oh, well, we'll find out, so raid response. Right, yeah, let's see what squadrons are coming along then. Okay, so we can see very early is going to 3 from... Right, I'll just move across the map and I'll read them out. Okay, so we've got 3 from 111. And this is not an airfield, so they will go straight into the cup. Ooh, all the 111 units are green, so they won't go in the cup. However, we can only pick 2, can't we? This is the bonus to getting a lot more of them reduced. So, well, actually, hang on. One's. Right, we're only able to take 2 of them. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, normally you'd only be allowed to take 1, but because we were playing the advanced rules, 19.61 green pilot response allows you to take 2. Oh, hang on. However, no more than 1 green squadron may be taken from a given sector. Oh. Well, this is even better then, isn't it? Okay, so we can only take 1 of them, and it wanted to take 3, so that's good. So it's going to take 1 of the Hurricanes, so let me just randomise that. The A or the C, it's going to be the C. So that does stay out of the cup though. So that's all we can take from 111. Right, let's get more of that. So we want 2 from 410. 410's here. Now, again, we can take another green unit, and there's 1 here, so we will take that, and that stays out of the cup. However, we can take 1 of the other 2 this time. They're both Spitfires. We take the C, so that goes in the cup this time. That's us up to 4 in the cup. Well, 2 in the cup, 2 out of the cup, but 4 that are coming along. So then 2 from 211. Ah, right. Now here's the bit where it's not working. We can't take any more green units. However, we can take these 2. So that didn't help us at all. That's up to 6. And then we've got one from 310. 310 is over here. Both are Hurricanes. We're taking the B up to 7. One from 311. Obviously can't take the green one. The B or the C. We're taking the B. Up to 8. And one from 711. And that's got a Spitfire and 3 Hurricanes. So one of the 3 Hurricanes is going to be the A. So up to 9. So 9 in the cup. Yeah. Right, now we need to work out if there's any coming out the cup. So we roll dice. Starting with a 4. And going through the raid response priority modifiers. September the 1st to the 10th, so that's a +2 up to 6. Target sector is 11, that's a +1 up to 7. Primary target is radar net or airfield, no. Industry, yes, so that's a +1 up to 8. Target is deep, no. Warning is very early, yes, up to 9. Intelligence is accurate, no, it was limited. So intelligence is limited and grouping has 12 or more, and raid has 12 or more grouping, it's a +3 up to 12. And we knock it back 1. Oh, that's going to drop us to low. Good, because we've got one other card in this time segment, so that'll knock it back down by 1 to 11, which knocks us down from a high to a low response. We have 9 squadrons in the pool, a low response, so 4 of them are coming out, so that's pretty good. 4 of them coming out. Let's see what I get here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've not managed to get the Spitfires, so we've got a couple from 211 going back. It's a Hurricane. It's a Spitfire. And a 311. And a 410. Yeah, here. Okay, so that knocks us down to 5 squadrons. Let's just double check they're coming along. Our intelligence was limited. Squadrons in the pool is 5. Number of grouping and raid, excluding channel patrol, is going to be 12. So yeah, they're all going to respond. Okay, so there's the response. So we've got 1 extra fighter, which hopefully is going to help. And they've got 2 green units. They've got the Spitfire Ace there, but so we've got 1 more. And that was the rule that came up recently, which I think, did I not miss it? I always said I was going to miss it. Yeah, Hunter contact die roll 19.7. If the number of group in the hunt box outnumber squadrons by more than 1, actually, did I not do this and forget about it? I can't remember. I think this time's been passing too far in between all these now. I think that's come up recently. Did I fix it? Did I mention it? I can't remember exactly. I think I did. I think I made a comment about it, didn't I? Right, wait now. Yeah, I did add it to the header. It was a couple of parts ago, part 33. And I missed it. And I've just basically said, oh well, there's nothing I can really do, because you've got to roll dice to see you know, I mean, I could have rolled the dice, but then I'd need to rewind everything, and I'm not so sure whether it would have caused much issue. It certainly would have affected things, because of it could have removed one of my fighters, I think. I've obviously just thought I'll just have to let it go. I did notice it, but it needs to have more than one. We've got one that's more than that, isn't it? If we outnumber squadrons by more than one, we outnumber the squadrons by one, so not more than one. So yeah, I must have just thought I've just got to let that one go. So that's that. Okay, right. Let's move on. We've done all that, haven't we? Yeah. So hunter interception. I've already said the grouping are greater than the squadrons, so all squadrons are intercepted and they remain in the hunt box. Yeah. Right, now raid approach event. Right, let's get it correct this time, Grant. So we draw an event card, and it's a raid approach event, which is a big black bar at the top. Right, channel patrollers hunt. If the raid target is coastal, move all grouping for the channel patrol box to the hunt. Ooh, that's a good one. And you know what? Our target is on the coast. So, channel patrollers hunt. If the raid target is coastal, move all grouping from the channel patrol box to the hunt box. Actually, I'm not sure. Is that a good thing? I mean, it means we've got more fighters. Yeah, so that should increase our chances better, shouldn't it? Okay, so these two guys are going to come down in the hunt box. Sorry, I'm not sure about that. These two guys are going to come down in the hunt box. Now, we do outnumber them. Now, when was that? Check, because now we're outnumbering squadrons by 3, aren't we? So it says, if the number group in the hunt box outnumber squadrons by more than 1 at the start of the hunter interception step. No, we're past that. Yeah, we're past that. That was the last card. So at the start of the hunter interception step, we only had 1 more than them. Now we've got 3 more than them, so it doesn't trigger. That's what I'm seeing anyway. So yeah, well, I think that was a good event. Yeah, because I mean, you don't get to use the channel patrol guys anyway. The only risk is that if we get a bad result, it could be more damage to our fighters. Okay, take the event away and move on to the next card. Right, so hunter attack. Add up all the combat ratings and roll dice. This time we've got a low number. Right, here we go. Let's roll the dice. Oh, it's a nice number 2. That's good. That could make all the difference. Right, so what we got? Well, they're all ME 109, so no contribution to any strength, any combat value from them. But we do have 3, 5, 8, 12, 14. So 14 combat value. But the number of grouping in combat is 3, 6, 8. So that's right along the very far column, the very far right column. 8, what did I say? 3, 5, 8, 12, 14. Oh, so it's only column A, it's only row A, 14 or less. So yeah, so that obviously bringing them, because we brought an extra 2 grouping along there, so that would have knocked it down to what? That would have knocked us down to 6 grouping, which would have taken us back a bit and knocked us down a bit further. Yeah, so that does make a big difference. So it's on row A, because we've got 8 plus grouping and 14 or less combat value. We're on row A, and the dice result's a 2, so we're like, this should be good. So for us, the results are no effect, disrupt, no effect. So no effect for our A's, Okay, units aren't boxed, no effect. So all our A's go to the close escort. And there was 3 of them. And in fact, all our C's are going to the close escort as well. And the B's are being disrupted, so they just go in flight, not even reduced, just to in flight. Excellent. Right, now, and for the British, our results are A, H, H. That sounds good. That's a pity the A's are. Right. Oh, but aborts. Right, so, yeah, so the A's are going to abort. So, full squadrons to in-flight reduced. So he goes to in-flight reduced. And the other one's a reduced squadron. So he goes to white loss. So that's white loss for that 410 unit. Where are we? And give us a point. And the B's, the B and the C's are both H results. So they're heavy losses. So this goes to the heavy loss box. Where's the heavy loss? Oh yeah, it's just over there, isn't it? That goes to heavy loss box. We get 2 points. This would go to heavy loss box, but it's a Spitfire Ace. But we still get the 2 points. Oh, this is brilliant. And then the Hurricane that's reduced will go to the heavy loss box, full side up, and give us 2 points as well. Minus 13 points. That was awesome. That was a great result. I suppose that was the event and the good die roll. There are 2 that done that. So, and our bombers are going to benefit from no units being in the hunt, no squadrons getting into the bomber box, which is good because we do have patchy clouds, remember. So, yeah, that's that. Good. Okay, so moving on. Put me in the wrong place. Put the cards around the wrong way, I think, for what I had it before. So raid target event. No, this is the only thing that could maybe spoil things a little. Right, get the right part. See a little bit, Grant. Target event. Raid target event. Clouds inhibit squadrons. If the region has patchy or broken clouds, it does have patchy clouds. All A squadrons in the bomber box leave the raid. That was another good one for us as well then, but unfortunately wasted because we'll have no squadrons. Which is fine, that's fine, it's all good. So I think we can skip by. Now I'm going to have to move the cards a bit other way because I keep putting them in the wrong bit. Right, so Squadron Reception, no squadrons in the bomber box. We move all group in and the close escort to the bomber box to become strafers. Look at all the guys. All them, well, you could look at them if I showed you them. So everything's coming down in the bomber box. Now which is the ones that get the reduction in strafing? Radar, city, headquarters. What we are industry, aren't we? So we're not even going to lose that. This could be good. In industry, you get an additional damage as well for industry, so that could be good. Right, next card. Right, I go back up there. Right, next card is squadron attack. Well, there's no squadrons in the bomber box, so we skip by that. Move on to bombardment. Let's roll a nice high number. Oh, and it's a 6. Excellent. Right, let's see where we're at. Oh, sure, this is going to be off the chart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 19, 29. So it's 25 plus, which is the far right column. We've rolled a 6, which is an H result, and now patchy clouds, admittedly. would bring us Patsy Cloud shift 1 call on the left. However, no bombers were intercepted, so we get 2 shifts to the right as well. So we're still along that. It doesn't matter. A 6 result is an H. So we get heavy damage. 3 points. 1, 2, 3, minus 16. We've just moved into the 4 strategy card draw part as well with that. Well, probably not stay there, but however. Now, airfield and infantry targets may incur more than 3 damage on an H result. Roll the die again. If the result is greater than 3, the target incurs damage points equal to the die result. Otherwise, it incurs 3 damage points. So this is for my industry. So I'm going to roll it. Oh, I've rolled a 5. So 5 industry points. So industry 1 to 6 points. Aircraft replacement points equal to the result are lost. So we're going to remove 5 aircraft replacement points from them. Assign all lost to the aircraft type with the most points if possible. Okay, so that'll be the Hurricanes then, well, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you know what? 5 is actually going to take the Hurricanes down to exactly the same as the Spitfires. So they're both on 13 now. That was good because they've always had They've always had more Hurricane points than they really needed. So that might do some damage to that. Yeah, excellent. Good job, guys. Okay. Right, and then all the grouping go back to the raid display. After that, I'll move them in a sec because they're just going to move, and then they're all going to go to their in-flight box, or they're all going to move from the in-flight box to their air bases or to the clock, and it's the same situation as the raids we done yesterday, that none of our fighters are coming back anyway, so I'll put them on the clock, but there's not really any need for them. They're all going to go 1, 2, 3. It's 3 ahead, isn't it? Full fighters to clock 3, 1, 2, 3. So they'll go to the 12 o'clock's place. Right, I'll go and get that done. Okay, that's done. I put the bombers back. We had no losses, no damage units or anything there. That couldn't have been any better. Then we still have a raid for this time space, so we're just going to move on to that, don't we? Face up target cards remaining in current time assignment. Return to step 9. Yeah, so we don't move the clock either yet. So back to step 9. Right, but I'm gonna have to pause because I knew I was short of battery space on my phone, so I thought I would have time just to squeeze that raid in. But that should go together with that other part that I'd done earlier, and should create a small episode for to keep us ticking over. Rochester is the next raid. That's the radar net, isn't it? Is it? Oh yeah, it is radar net because it's a secondary target, right? Okay, so yeah, I'll just show you I was just moving the counters that I'd marked the targets. Obviously that was Southampton Industry we just done there. Sorry, down here. And now our next target's going to be Fourness, the secondary target. Fourness radar net 6. So yeah, we're looking for a good result. If we can get damage done to radar net, then it's going to help for the last 3 raids of the day. So okay, I'll get away just now and I'll get this bit uploaded as a small part, and then like I say, I've got a feeling Kharkov's coming soon, so I want to be able to set it up. I think I've decided that I'm probably not going to record right away. I've been reading through rules and whatever, so I'm pretty keyed up with it and whatever. And a lot of it's similar to Enemy Action Ardennes, of course. I'm going to be comparing it quite a lot, but there's quite a few little differences that are going to be easy to catch you out if you're used to doing it. Just a few that I noticed, and there's probably quite a few more buried in there that are different. But yeah, looking forward to it. But I think I'll probably get it set up and maybe play a bit myself and see how it goes. But we'll see. But the main priority really is I'd like to get it on this table, and I've got other things set up everywhere else. I mean, I could make space, but we do need to get this wrapped up. So, okay, I'll be back soon. Cheers.